Get to the start recording screen. All right, so we're about ready to get started. I have only 28 people online and only 7 people in person. So hopefully the rest of you must be going out and working very hard on your projects. Otherwise, there's no excuse for not supporting your classmates. We are recording. There was one interesting bit. I'm kind of in the mood of running videos today. This is thanks to Jeff G. This is from the Free Software Foundation. It's about a 3-minute video. We'll run through it. It's pretty quick. This is an autonomous vehicle being overtaken by a exploit so that somebody else has control.
I found a vulnerability in the proprietary mobility stack, enabling unauthorized remote control over Bluetooth. Your AVs are unsafe. My crew engineered a free software patch that disables Bluetooth access to the onboard software. Who are you? I'm David, aka Colonel. We're publishing in 24 hours. Everybody out! I have a job. I'm running the fight since now. I'll upload it to the secure network in the lab. ETA, half hour.
You're never gonna believe what's going on. I leave my body. I got run off the road by another bike. I'm in an ambulance, one of those new autonomous ones. What's wrong with the hospital? But someone taking control of the vehicle remotely.
I've got your location. This has to be close.
The sick biker that ran me off the road is right behind us.
I'll be there in 2 minutes. The police arrested a mysterious rider. It turns out she was hired by Decepticon. They knew about the bomb. It was a backdoor designed to open up a lucrative aftermarket in the private security industry. Decepticon was putting millions users at risk.
Everyone should have the right to run, study, fix, and share software they use, especially when it's a matter of public safety.
Proprietary software poses unacceptable risks in a world of increased dependence on automated systems. Help create the future we want. Join the Free Software Foundation.
Okay, so I think we have the ability to actually even upload that to our YouTube as part of this class under both an educational freedom of use exemption and also under the fact that I think this is licensed C by CC. So as long as we give credit to the Free Software Foundation and splashing their banner up there is probably enough. We can do it. I just want to point out most white hat hacking is not nearly this dramatic. There is rarely an ambulance chase. I don't even know what would possess somebody to have a fight on motorcycles. Like, I even stay off the highways just to avoid any conflict with another vehicle. But the point here is that Decepticon, the evil corporation with its proprietary code, put a back door into their software. In case you missed some of the subtleties, there were so many nuances through this highly nuanced clip. Decepticon put in a backdoor into their software to allow themselves to sell access to autonomous vehicles to other private security firms, essentially, is what it was. But the back door happens to be a security vulnerability. And they're selling these as autonomous vehicles or as a software to run autonomous vehicles. So the point was that without being able to look into the code, you don't have the ability to necessarily, as the purchaser of these ambulances, you don't know that there's a potential security violation. You can't see it until it's revealed. These white hat hackers found it. They found a solution to it, offered the solution back to Decepticor. But of course, Decepticor wasn't interested because they're an evil corporation, and tried to take out the messenger with the solution and the zero-day exploit documentation, which, like, they've never heard of backup storage or the bus test. There were multiple people in that office. So I don't know what they were actually trying to accomplish there. But anyway, the heroes came, and after a thrilling motorcycle fight, managed to upload their patch to the ambulance and save the day. But that is one of the things of the Free Software Foundation. You know, there are a couple of holes in the story. One, they didn't actually have the source code, and they still found the exploit. So that kind of weakens the case for needing access to the source. But certainly, if you're the purchaser, having access to the source, would allow you better transparency into it. Anyway, that is kind of the whole. You have the right to look at the code, see what it's doing, make sure it's only doing what you want and not doing anything else. And it's kind of a cool video. They put their best foot forward there. We are at the end of classes, by the way, or at least really close. Next Friday, a week from, 13 days from now, 10 days from now, we are done with classes. So, we will get your stuff graded. You will have until the evening of August 20th. We will ask you to give us, just like you did with the mid-year report, we'll ask you to give us a report of all your contributions. That will be required this time. That will be part of your grade for your open source contributions grade, is just whether you even gave us that or not. And we will then work diligently at getting all of your grades up and done. We are here. We're in the last week of evaluation. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be working. Your presentation is not the end of the class. The presentation is your current status, maybe your hopeful near future status. You have until the 20th to get all your work in. So even if you're presenting today, you still have 10 more days to do great things. If you haven't started doing great things, it may be time to panic. But start working. Make sure you get some stuff done. Wrap up things. Leave them in a good position for next semester or for anybody who would follow on. The presentation schedule is here. Check it out. Make sure you know when you're presenting. The rest of it you've seen before. 10 minutes, short Q&A. Try to do 8 per day. Today we only have 3. So we have NASFAC, Open Horizon, Machine Learning Exchange. I'm not going to necessarily go through the rest of these, but I will flip slowly through the slides so you can look for your name and order and day on which you're going. So, this is next Friday. This is a week from today, on Tuesday. And then on our last day, just in case of emergencies, I've left it as a short day. We'll hopefully only do 4 then, but we do have some time in case one of the presentations breaks or something else bad happens, and we have to reconfigure. So that's the last day. These people signed up early, I think, in general. All right. I am going to attendance. I'm going to strongly encourage attendance. And like I said, if you're in person, you can pick up some stuff. I will have something here every day. It'll probably be the IBM shirts for the next couple of sessions. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for the last day. But, make sure that you come in. Let's advertise, call for code. Let's make things great. Other things, let's see. There's been some questions about rainbow grades. So if you look at rainbow grades, in particular, if you look at my rainbow grades, which everybody is welcome to see, hopefully I'm still logged in. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Okay, if you look at my rainbow grades, you'll find out that there are a bunch of sections, and I'm not doing so well in this course. But there are a number of sections up here. These sections are summary sections, right? Those lines, lab percent, exercise percent, project percent, assignment percent, and participation percent. Those are accumulative of, they tell you, they map directly into our rubric, and they add up to your overall grade. There's been some questions as to what they actually mean. So if you look, right, here's my little mapping. Lab percent maps to status updates. So the lab percent is the contribution to your final grade from status updates. I can go in and talk to submittee and get more categories put up there, but there's a growing number of categories, and my customization file already has these things here, so we're going to stick with a little bit confusing, at least for the rest of the summer. But lab percent maps into status updates, so that's the accumulation of your status updates. Remember, we dropped 3 labs, so as long as you get 5 in and you get full credit for 5, you'll get full credit. Participation, that's essentially your attendance and your bonus sessions. So, there's 24 class sessions. I'm going to give you credit for last Tuesday, a week ago. So I think there's 24. You're allowed to miss 2. You can make up another 2 with bonus sessions, and we require 1 bonus session. So that's kind of where you stand on that. The exercise is what we're doing today. This presentation is your exercise grade. It's worth 15% of your project, and then 50% of your project is your open source contributions, and that includes telling us what your open source contributions are. So please plan to fill out the final grade, the final contribution summary request we're going to give you. I'll open that up in a couple of days. It's just the same thing as the mid-year review was, except this should be all of your contributions, including the ones you had in the mid-year review. So copy your mid-year review, look at your status updates from then until now, then until the end of the semester, and just paste all of those together into a file and submit it. And we will give you until probably next Friday night. We need to make this, we have a status update due this Friday, a week from Friday on the 20th. This will be due, your final status update will be due, and you will need to get us that accumulation of all the things you've done. There's also something called assignment percent. There's no grade associated with that in the rubric. This is the catch-all for things like your mid-year review, your meeting with your professors, all the things that we've kind of talked about having you do that we didn't actually give a grade for, but I did keep track of. So that'll be a 0, but it does map into those things that are on submittee that we asked you to do and that we evaluated but didn't necessarily give you a grade for. For the next week, you have to do a presentation and you have to keep working. And that's pretty much the only thing we have going on. There will be a status update on Friday. It will be your last chance to ace your status updates. So please do that as well. And we're not going to require you to be here for the rest of the class. I'm going to encourage you to be here for the rest of the class. But there is the attendance code. So if you click on here, you can get to venue, and I will pull up the venue tab right now and pull out the attendance code. All right, so that is all I have for today. However, we are going to start off with NASDAQ in just a few minutes. I'll pop down. One of the things that you should have gone over on Friday, and I think the Friday before that, was we are going to ask you guys, if you stay and watch the presentation, we're going to give you the opportunity. And by the way, you are strongly encouraged to watch the presentations. Please stick around and do them. we have a, I'm going to leave this up here for a few seconds. I'll flip to the next screen where we have the form. We do have a form for you to fill out if you watch the presentation. You can give us your opinion on how the presenters did in terms of, you know, all of the categories, effectiveness of presentation, title, authors or participants, community building, progress, whatever the other entries are. Let me pull that up for a second while we're just kind of waiting here. I do want to give this a few seconds to, yeah. Effectiveness, title, teammates, description, right? Did they tell you what it did? Did they tell you how they're organized? And did they show what progress they've made, regardless of whether they are done or not? All right. Everybody good? So yes, you were hopefully supposed to be able to hear that video, and we could hear it very well here. Apparently, I did not set up Google. That was the thing I was concerned about. Sorry, I didn't get to that now. If you click on it, you can. If you click on it, you can actually hear it. But that is kind of why I narrated a little bit, just in case. I didn't see subtitles, but there would be some. Rachel, I haven't updated it since I updated it twice. It depends how long ago you updated it, but I haven't run rainbow grades in the last since last a week, 2 weeks ago. I haven't run rainbow grades since. I'll try to get all that wrapped up by the end of the week, and then you can tell me if I haven't. Yeah. The end of July is when I updated. I will check though to make sure that I have the right download. All right, that's it. NASFAC, you are on deck. I think we're a little bit early. Is that okay? You guys set? So how do you want to present?
Well, I sent the slides in the Discord.
You sent the slides in the Discord. Let me bring them up, and then I will put on my mask and go have a seat with my evaluation computer. And you can hold forth. We only have 3 presentations today, so I'm not going to be tight on the time. We will be, a little bit responsive. I'm going to kill. Does anybody still need the QR code? If not, I'm going to kill that for right now. Okay, so I'm going to kill the QR code. By the way, if you present slides, there is a slides channel in Discord. Once you've presented, please post your slides there. I will also post the videos.